Hello students, welcome you all. So today we are going to discuss ratio to percents. Then we will discuss percentage of increase or decrease. Then we will discuss profit and loss. And finally we will discuss simple interest. So let's start with ratio to percents. So here we'll start with one example. Rina's mother said to make idlis, you must take 2 parts rice and 1 part urad dal. So what you need to make idli? Rice and urad dal, and their parts are 2 part rice and 1 part urad dal. What percent of each mixture would be rice? The percentage we need percentage of rice and percentage of urad dal. Here you can see 2 part rice and 1 part urad dal. Total part is equal to 2 plus 1, which is equal to 3 part. So out of 3 part rice, so you can say fraction of rice will be 2 out of 3 part. So this is your rice. Similarly, fraction of urad dal will be 1 part out of 3. Now we have 2 by 3 is rice, 1 by 3 is urad dal. So therefore now we can convert these fractions to percentage. Now you can see 2 by 3 into 100%. So it after cancellation 100 into 2, it will be 200 by 3. So 66 whole 2 by 3 percentage rice. Then we'll move to urad dal. Urad dal is 1 by 3. 1 by 3 into 100%, which will be equal to 100 divided by 3. It will be equal to 33 whole 1 by 3 percentage. So in this way we can move. Now we'll take another example, so it will be little bit more clearer for you. So this example will take, if 250 rupees is to be divided among Ravi, Raju and Roy. So 3 friends are there, so that Ravi gets 2 parts. So Ravi is getting 2 part, Raju gets 3 part, so Raju is getting 3 part, and Roy 5 part. So how much money will each get? And what will be the percentage? Now you can see the ratio of their money divided will be between Ravi, Raju and Roy will be 2:3:5. So how many parts are there? Total parts are 2 plus 3 plus 5, that is equal to 10. Now what have to find? First we have to find how much money will each get. Before we will move to each how much we will get, we will see how much fraction will each get. Now you can see total part is 10 part. So Ravi will be how much? 2 by 10. Similarly, Raju will be 3 by 10 and Roy will be 5 by 10. Isn't it? So money that each will receive will be equal to, for Ravi, 2 by 10 into total money is 250. 2 by 10 into 250, that is equal to 50. Then Raju will get 3 by 10. Here you can see 3 by 10 into total money, that is equal to 75. Similarly, Roy will get 5 by 10. Roy's fraction is 5 by 10 here. 5 by 10 into 250 equal to 125. Similarly, for percentage, 2 by 10, here you can see 2 by 10 into 100%, it will be 20%. 3 by 10 into 100%, similarly 5 by 10 into 100%. So this is how we can convert here ratio to percentage. So now we will move to increase or decrease as percent. So for this we will take one example. Example 16. A school team won 6 games this year. So in this year, suppose we will take year as 2020. In this year, a school team won 6 games against 4 games won last year. So in the last year, so suppose 2019, it had won 4 games. Okay, what is the percentage of increase? You can see in the last year it won 4 games. This year it is 6 games. So increase is equal to 6 minus 4. 6 minus 4 equal to 2. So 2 number of more matches that has been won by this team, school team, in this year 2020. Now percentage increase will be equal to, we can move it through 2 ways. First, this way, then I will tell you another unitary method. Okay, so percentage of increase is equal to amount of change. So what is the change? 2 rupees, 2 number of matches. So 2 divided by original amount. Original amount means the year 2019 in which 4 games that has won. So original amount here is 4. So amount of change divided by original amount or base. So base is 4. We are comparing with this now. Last year it was 4. This year 6. So increase is 2. Increase from what? From the last year match. That is 2 number of matches. So that's why percentage increase will be equal to amount of change divided by original amount into 100. So it will be equal to amount of change, that is 2 divided by original amount as 4 into 100. So 2 by 4 into 100 will be equal to 50. So percentage of increase equal to 50%. Now we'll try with unitary method also. So let's try with unitary method. From 4 games won last year, increase in this year is 2 games. We can write from 4 wins, increase equal to 2. From 1 win, increase equal to 2 by 4. From 100 wins, that means we are comparing with 100. Okay, increase will be equal to 2 upon 4 into 100. Now you can cancel it. So it will be equal to 50. That means from 100 wins, increase will be 50. So percentage of increase will be 50%. Okay, so this is the way we can try through unitary method also. So now we'll move to another one, that is price related to an item or buying and selling. That is, we will discuss about profit and loss. So we'll take some example here. Suppose a toy is bought for rupees 72 and sold for rupees 80. Okay, here you can see it is bought for 72. That means you bought it. So this is your cost. That means you are paying this much money, 72 rupees money, to the vendor or to the shopkeeper. That means this 72 rupees is your cost price. Okay, and for this cost price we write in short CP. C for cost, P for price. Now again you sold it. Okay, so you bought a toy and again you sold it for rupees 80. That means this will be your selling price, and in short we tell it SP. S for selling, P for price. So CP and SP. Now we will see some other examples. A t-shirt bought for 120 and sold for 100. Okay, so here also, here it is cost price, here it is selling price. Similarly, a cycle bought for rupees 800 and sold for 940. So same cost price, and here it is selling price. Now if you can see something here, like you bought a toy for 72, sold it for 80. That means here you bought for 72 and there is some surplus money in your pocket. That means for 72 you bought and 80 you sold. You have some extra money. What is that? That is the profit. So you got some profit here. So what is the profit? Profit will be 80 minus 72, which will be equal to rupees 8. So you have 8 rupees profit here. Similarly, if we will move to this case, you bought a t-shirt for 120 and sold for 100. So here in this case, what had happened? Some loss has been happened. 120, what is the loss? 120 minus 100, which will be equal to 20 rupees loss. Similarly, a cycle bought for 800 and sold for 940. So same, here what is there? You bought for less and sold for more rupees. That means here profit. Profit how much? 940 minus 800, which will be equal to 140. So this is 140 rupees profit. So here in these two cases profit, here in this case loss. Now how we can say when there is profit, when there is loss. If you can see here, it is cost price is less than selling price. If CP is less than SP, then we can say in that case there is profit. Okay. In the second case, when CP is greater than selling price, like this one, here CP is 120, selling price is 100, so CP is greater than selling price. In this case, what will happen? Loss will happen. Okay. So now we will see percentage of loss or percentage of profit. Let's take this example. A toy is bought for 72 and sold for rupees 80. Now we know that there is a profit, so we can write it here. Here CP equal to 72, SP or selling price equal to 80. You can write it profit is there, profit equal to SP minus CP, that is 80 minus 72, which is equal to rupees 8. So we have a profit of 8 rupees. Now we have to find the percentage of profit. Okay, so we can start with unitary method. In rupees, cost price is 72 for you. Remember, always whenever we find the percentage of profit or percentage of loss, we always deal with cost price, and we always compare with the cost price whenever we are finding profit percentage or loss percentage. So in rupees 72, profit equal to how much? Rupees 8. In rupees 1, profit will be equal to how much? 8 divided by the 72. In rupees 100, that means we are finding percentage, okay, or comparing with 100, profit will be equal to this 8 by 72 into 100. We will calculate here, 8 divided by 72 into 100. Now you can cancel it, 8, 9, so it will be equal to 100 divided by 9, then it will be equal to 11 whole 1 by 9. So percentage of profit will be equal to 11 whole 1 by 9 percentage. So this will be our percentage of profit. So this is one of the method. Another method is there, direct method. You can directly write profit percentage equal to profit divided by CP into 100. Profit divided by CP into 100. So let's find what it will be. Profit is your 8 divided by CP, cost price is your 72 into 100. Same, 9, then equal to 100 divided by 9, so it will be equal to 11 whole 1 by 9. So this will be your percentage of profit. Now there are two methods. You can choose any of the method to find percentage of profit or loss. Here also two methods have been given for you, so you can try any of the method. Now we will move to another concept, that is, yes, simple interest. Okay, for simple interest we will try one example. Okay, through example we will try to understand the concept of simple interest. Anita takes a loan of rupees 5,000. So Anita, suppose Anita is there, is standing in front of a bank. Now she takes a loan of rupees 5,000. So she is taking loan of rupees 5,000. If bank is providing loan to Anita, then bank will charge some interest. So bank is charging 15% per year as rate of interest. Okay. Now that means what? For 100 rupees, Anita has to pay rupees 15 per year. For 5,000 rupees, we have to find what will be the interest. Find the interest she has to pay at the end of 1 year. Okay, let's find it. Now you see, For rupees 100, interest is what? 15. We can write for 100, 5 or 15% means what? On 100 rupees, she has to pay 15 rupees. For 100 rupees, you can say, she pays how much? 15. For rupees 1, she pays how much? 15 upon 100. For total money is 5,000. For 5,000 rupees, she pays will be equal to 15 upon 100 into 5,000. Now you can cancel 2 zeros, which will be equal to 750. So how much money she will have to pay after 1 year for this 5,000 rupees is 750 rupees. So this is your unitary method. Okay. Now from this unitary method, we can derive some formula. Okay. Before deriving formula, we will see some terms. Look, how many rupees she has borrowed? Rupees 5,000. Okay. So this 5,000 is called the principal. What? Principal. Okay. So this is the amount she borrowed. The amount borrowed is called principal. Now, again one thing here, you can see 15% rate of interest. Look at it, what? Rate of interest. So this is called, where it is, okay, this is called rate of interest. Rate of interest. Rate of interest. Another thing, find the interest. Okay, interest. This interest, in other word, is called simple interest. Simple interest. Okay, so some concepts, some terms are here. One is principal. In short, for principal we write P. Rate of interest is there. For rate of interest we write R. Simple interest, short form is simple, S for simple, I for interest, SI. So there are three terms you know now. P for principal, R for rate of interest, SI for simple interest. Okay, now we'll clear all these things. Okay, see, now we'll derive one formula from this. What formula? Look, 15 divided by 100 into 5,000. Now who is 15? 15 is our, this one, rate of interest. So we can say R divided by 100 into 100 is your 100. 5,000, who was 5,000? 5,000 was your principal. So SI for 1 year, SI for 1 year is equal to R into P, or you can say P into R by 100. So this is a formula for you, you can write it. Simple interest for 1 year equal to P into R by 100. Okay. Now please remember this, 750 was the interest. Now if the interest is paid for suppose 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, suppose a condition arises where Ankita could not repay the money after 1 year. After 1 year she could not pay the money. Now she has to pay the money after, say, suppose 2 years or 3 years. Suppose after 3 years she will pay. Okay. Now you see, for 1 year interest was what? 750 rupees. For 2 years it will be 750 into 2. For 3 years it will be 750 into 3, and so on. For 5 years 750 into 5, isn't it? Now for T years, T means time. Okay, for T years, so rate of interest will be what? Before it was P into R by 100. For T years it will be into T, isn't it? Now we'll clear all everything. So SI will be equal to P into R by 100 into T. T for what? T for time. So this is a formula for you. You can write it. Simple interest equal to PRT by 100, where P equal to principal, R equal to rate of interest, T equal to time, and you can write SI equal to simple interest. Okay, so please write this formula. SI or simple interest equal to T by 100. You can use this formula or you can use the unitary method, which is the best method. Okay, so this is all things for this class. We'll discuss the exercise in the next class. Okay, thank you.